All right, I want to talk to you guys right now about something that is really getting me all worked up. I was thinking I should wait till I'm calmed down, then film a video, and then I thought, you know what? No, I'm all upset about this. Now's the time to talk about it because you might be upset about a similar kind of thing. Let me let you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so last video I was talking about going and climbing Kogo Crater. Big, huge mountain. Really fun hike. If you ever get here, I really encourage you to go do it. Look me up. We'll go do it together. Anyway, what I didn't say in the video was I was a little bit disappointed that it was harder than I thought it was going to be. I talked a lot about how I've done it before and I've done it before and I've done it before, so I knew I was going to be able to do it again. But for the first time ever, when I was doing my hike, I was getting a little bit lightheaded. So I was kind of freaked out and I was thinking, should I have eaten more? I normally only eat usually about one meal a day, kind of intermittent fasting style thing. But I do occasionally eat other food on Sundays. We have a tradition that after church, we get a big lunch. I get a smaller version of what I used to, but whatever. I don't normally eat lunch at all. I ate a big lunch, I went and did the hike, and I thought, why am I getting lightheaded? I should have plenty of energy to do this. I talked to my doctor about it, because I already had a doctor's appointment coming up, and she said, don't worry about it. It has nothing to do with what you're eating. By the way, this is not medical advice. If you guys are having any similar kind of things, you might have a completely different set of circumstances from me. So please talk to your own doctor. Get some medical advice somewhere if you're going through this kind of thing. She said to me, though, she thought it was just an electrolyte imbalance. Instead of just drinking water and water and water, I was probably letting my electrolyte levels get way too low, especially salt. And next time I'm going to take some Gatorade. She said just a little pinch of salt. Just throw that back, and that might be enough to do it. That's only kind of related to what I'm talking about, though. Went pretty slow on the way up. Came down really fast, though. Used to be coming down was actually harder than going up. Not on my heart, but just lowering 350 or 360, 70 pounds on every single step really puts a strain on your legs. Then comes DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness. Not the same day, not usually the next day. I think you know what I'm talking about. 2 days after you do a massively big workout that you haven't done in a long time, enormous soreness. That happened to me. So what comes with delayed onset muscle soreness? Well, I've had a small version of this before, but I never had so big of one before. But of course, it's been a long time since I've been this sore. So the next day after the hike, I weighed myself. I was down probably like a pound or two. And I do weigh myself every day, but please don't take daily weights as meaningful. They're not. If you're getting upset about daily weights, weigh yourself every 2, 3, 5, 7 days, whatever. Because the trend is what matters, not day to day. So down a couple of pounds. The next day, I was up about 3 pounds. The next day after that, up about another 3 pounds. So in around 2 days, I gained about 6 pounds, and then about I think another pound and a half after that. I ended up at 299. When I started the hike, I was 294, and then what the heck, you know? That's discouraging. After eating dinner and having water and everything, I actually went up over 300 again. Very discouraging. I knew that wasn't fat. I knew it for a fact because it's literally impossible to put on that much fat that fast. It's also impossible with as much water as I was drinking that I was only losing weight because I was dehydrated and I was just bouncing back. I knew that, but I didn't feel it. I was very upset, very frustrated. I'm trying to tell myself consciously, look, it's just the soreness. When you get sore like that, you get inflammation in your muscles. It's how your muscles heal themselves. Inflammation is swelling. Swelling means water. You've got more blood in those spaces, more, other cellular and intracellular fluids and everything. You've got a lot more water. My leg muscles are enormous. So the swelling held on to a huge amount of water. And I gained like 6 or 7 pounds. I'm telling you, even though I knew it wasn't fat gain, I couldn't make myself believe it. I can show you, actually I'll show you right now. Here's my chart, including all my weights up to that point. and then it goes up, and then it goes up, and it goes up. And I don't know what to say. I'm trying to be rational. I'm trying to be logical, but it feels like the numbers and the chart really meant something. Here's the first thing I did. I zoomed out on the chart. Here, let me show you again. Instead of looking at the past month, let's look at the past 2 months. You can see that that huge spike up doesn't look as big in the context of 2 months. It's still concerning. Well, how about 3 months? How about 6 months? And we can zoom it out all the way back to the beginning of when I was starting to lose weight. Look, all the way at the top of the chart is 400. One thing you notice about that chart is this big spike. I think it's the single biggest spike I've had, but it's not the only one. And it's not the longest period of time either. I had, in this chart, you can see I had a time period where I went about 2 weeks just hovering around the same weight. But look what happens every single time. It goes down, it goes down, it goes down. It's not a miracle, it's not unexplainable. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. We don't know exactly how the body does all of its stuff. We can't do a body fat analysis, at least I can't, I don't think you can, every single time you want to weigh yourself. The truth is, when your weight goes up by a pound, it's likely not fat. When it goes down by a pound, it might not be fat then either. It could be you're losing a little bit of muscle. Try to prevent that. It could be just water. But in the long term, if you are doing whatever it is you need to be doing, whatever your meal plan is, an exercise plan, it's going to go down. Just keep telling yourself that. It's going to go down. There are people out there who've been doing this for a long time and literally will hit a plateau for months. Months. Don't give up. If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, it'll work out. Now, if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, I just read about a study where they found that the main reason that people have plateaus is because they stop following the plan. Keep following the plan. That was my big problem before. When I started an exercise program about a year and a half ago, I would lose, and then I get on the scale, oh my gosh, I'm up 2 pounds. You know, the next day I go out, have a huge, big, giant meal with my family. For lunch, have a big dinner. Now I'm down 3 pounds. Well, this doesn't make any sense. Because the day-to-day scale isn't what you're measuring. It isn't what really matters. It's the trend line. Just like as if you're buying and selling stocks. Just like, any statistics. Day to day is not what matters. It's week to week, month to month, year to year. You're going to reach a point where you hit your goal, and then you're going to be into maintenance. And you're going to go up and down. You're going to fluctuate within, it could be a pound or 2 pounds. If you're really big like me, it could be 5, 10, 20 pounds. If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, it will go down. If you're in maintenance and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, it will stay down. I guess the main thing to say is don't worry about it. I talked before about having faith. Have faith in your plan. Have faith in your ability to implement your plan. Don't worry about it. It's happening for me. I think it's going to happen for you too. All right, let's go.